you believe what a sweet spring morning we've had together so far? I can't. And you know, the last couple weeks/months have been pretty busy in my household. We had a ginormous t-shirt launch that kind of took over. Why am I holding this? All of our spaces, everything kind of got pushed to the sides. And I think it's time to finally reset things, refresh things, and also refresh my mind a little bit. Maybe with some art, maybe with some books. So for the next 2 days, that's what we're gonna do together, okay? Refresh our space, refresh ourselves to really honor the renewal of this cute little season. You know, it's not cute or little. This is gonna be our first place to tidy up. Part of me feels like if I do get ready in the morning, use makeup or skincare items, I use the same stuff pretty much every day. And having it all out like this honestly makes it pretty easy to use, but it doesn't look good. But also I'm the only one who uses this bathroom, so like, no, I should clean it up. And sometimes cleaning up just means throwing everything in a little bag, or maybe, stick with me, we throw it all in a vessel instead. I thrifted this little like cloud-shaped planter. If you want a really stately storage solution that's visually appealing for your tchotchkes, for your things, consider a thrifted planter. I also thrifted this little milk glass container I can use too. Wow, look at that.
I'm gonna try to go to the bank now.
Okay, I can double check my calendar just in case.
Okay, if you don't mind letting me know when you're available, that would be great.
Okay, let me look. I guess we might also be buying a truck in this video. Wonders abound. The one thing about doing chores is that you are allowed to have a little treat while you do them to make the pain go away. And for me, I'm wanting something crunchy. I'm wanting something zippy. Would you care for a sugar snap pea? Is that what they're called? Just a pea snap. Luckily, one thing I don't have to worry about refreshing for spring is my fridge, because I recently got a Hungry Root delivery and they just happen to be the sponsor of today's video. Thank you, Hungry Root. If you're not familiar, Hungry Root is like your personal shopper that takes care of the weekly groceries. It's awesome. Ooh, one thing I especially love is that there's no artificial sweeteners, high fructose corn syrup, preservatives in any of the food that you get from Hungry Root. Not that they're the end of the world, but it's just one less thing to worry about when you're picking up your groceries. Ooh, and trying to nourish yourself. Speaking of nourishing yourself, last time we got Hungry Root, we got these noodles and I couldn't stop thinking about them. They're so delicious. So this time we were getting our Hungry Root delivery, I was like, I'm gonna need those noodles again. Yeah. And look at this delicious, tangy, but slightly sweet noodle dish we put together. It was delicious. And it only took like 10 minutes. On a busy work night, that's kind of perfect. So if you want to try out Hungry Root, I've got a limited time offer for you. You can get 40% off your first box, plus a free item in every box for life. So click the link below or go to hungryroot.com and use code Kathleen. That's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with code Kathleen. Thank you, Hungry Root. Now I gotta finish cleaning this kitchen. There's something about just sitting on the driveway that brings me more peace than almost anything else. It's funny because we have other seating areas on our property that are more secluded, a little more peaceful, more comfortable. I often find myself just literally sitting on my driveway, like a Midwest dad watching a thunderstorm. And I think it's because it makes me feel like I'm not totally secluded, like I'm existing in the world by watching it. I don't know why this is. It kind of reminds me of being a kid. We were always playing on the driveway as kids, drawing with chalk, playing in the sprinkler in the yard, and then drying off on a towel on the warm uniform asphalt, and there were always neighbors driving by or walking by saying hello, checking in. Maybe that's what I'm kind of looking for. It's not like I really even see people when I'm out here, but I do see a lot of birds. Anyways, I know I had pasta, and then as I came out here to eat it, Gus showed up with Taco Bell. And if that's not a good enough reason to marry a man, I don't know what is. So before we can do much more spring refreshing of our minds and our bodies and our homes, I do need to work. Yeah, it's gonna go ahead and be a work day. Here's the spiel. If you didn't know, I do have a full-time job. I'm a creative director at a tech company. I work at home, and this is my desk. I did recently move it, and also it's a mess. So to keep on our refreshing train of progress, I'm going to make my desk look pretty before I force myself to sit here for the next however long I have to work. Look at that. Dang it. Most items of clothing I find online that I am obsessed with does end up being toddler/kids clothing. Anybody out here using Figma?
Let's go, Figma.
Listen, there's a point in the workday where I just start to feel a little, and that's when we put on some Avril Lavigne. Will we be the proud owners of a 1993 Toyota truck in the next 30 minutes? Sometimes I chew gum and I need to spit it out. We've been searching for a second car for a while, and we were hoping to get a little old beep-bop knockaround, as we like to say. A little truck, a little Jeep, something boxy and old. Did I mention old? And also when I say we, I mean Gus. This would be his car, and he's been putting in the work, the mileage on Facebook Marketplace specifically. And we've been burned. We've been burned a few times. I think the worst burn was when we drove an hour and a half and we got there and the car didn't start, and the guy was like, "Why did you think the car was gonna start?" And we were like, "'Cause you said that the car started." So you can see why I'm a bit potentially jaded at this moment. And when you're jaded, what you do when you're jaded? You bring your emotional support, movie theater popcorn, and everything's fine. Oh. 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 Uh-huh. Morning. You may be wondering why my hallway looks like this. This is all the stuff that I moved out of my office so that I could rearrange the furniture. And I'm at the point where I don't even want to put this stuff back in. I kind of just want to set it all on fire. dressed, shall we? I'm thinking we try an outfit I've never worn before. That sounds refreshing. I still have all of my winter clothes in my closet and haven't swapped for my warm weather stuff yet. And it's supposed to be 80 degrees today. So let's keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when we're picking. Something easy breezy, something that's comfy to work in, also comfy to walk in, because we gotta go walk through the bluebells today. What could be more refreshing? Haven't worn these guys in a while. Kind of wrinkly. How are you guys currently picking out your outfits? Are you like looking for one thing you're excited about, going from there? Do you have a vibe in mind? Or are you just struggling like me? Boring, boring, boring. Boring. Ooh, what if we do like a little white on white uniform? Let's try it. It's feeling insane asylum employee a little bit. Is that a recession indicator? Orderly core? Okay, wait. Little cream vest. It's just it's a little tight. But I do love this little fit. What can we wear under this? Okay. I don't hate, but we need something to like give it a little weird, give it a little edge. I'm thinking, remember this? See, the problem is sometimes when you tie button-up shirts around your shoulders, like you would like a cardigan, it just turns out looking like a cape. I don't necessarily want that right now, at least. I'm sorry, this is taking a while. I think I've got it. Neck scarf and or hair scarf. Let me get the rest of the way ready, and we'll figure it out. Here's where we landed. I feel good about this. I'm gonna keep it as is. If I do go out, burgundy tote, because it looks cute with the scarf. These little, like, slide, flip-flop hybrids. Got these at Uptown Cheapskate. Isn't that random? They're from Eileen Fisher. Really nice. For some reason, as a 30-something, I thought places like Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate were more, like, teen-focused, and there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes that doesn't align with what I like. But when I was in there the other day, I was like, dang, there's some good stuff in here. Don't sleep on it. Let's carry on. You saw how beautiful it is outside. I saw how beautiful it is outside. And it just happens to be my lunch break right now. So do we make a full meal and spend the whole lunch break doing that? Or do we shove leftover Taco Bell in our mouth and then take a bike ride to the Bluebells? Which one sounds more refreshing to you? Bike ride to the Bluebells. And it's totally bikeable. Maybe on a typical day I would drive. But I'm stranded. Remember yesterday? Was that yesterday? When we went to go look at the truck? We did buy the truck, which is amazing, and it also happens to be named Bluebell, fun fact. And we were so excited to have two vehicles again, finally, but the guy who sold it did say that none of the fluids had been changed in 30 years. So even driving it home was a little bit dicey. Anyway, she's not quite ready to be driven. I couldn't drive her even if I tried. I don't know how to drive manual yet. All that to say, Gus had to take the working car and he stranded me. But I'm not stranded because why use 4 wheels when I can use 2, aka my bike? Let's go. Come on, let's go. I just put on sunscreen. It smells like gasoline. We need to get out. Oh, this hill's gonna suck. Let's go. Let's go. I did it. We're off to a bad start. I don't have a hair tie. Stupid. Felt stupid. a story about why I'm a shoe bee right now. I wanted to just wear my cute little sandals so I could walk around in the creek. But I also wanted to wear my cool flowy pants. And my cool flowy pants were gonna get caught in my bike chain. We couldn't have that happening, so I put my socks back on to tuck my pants into. Did my pants stay tucked into my socks while I was riding my bike? No. So, kind of just have the worst of all situations going on right now. Did I almost just die? But wow, what a beautiful day. On one hand, you want to be looking up so that you can see if a big branch is going to fall on you, but also you don't want to be looking up in case there's a big branch falling on you. What is he doing? Jiggling around like that? Oh God, he's coming! Did you know you can eat these? You want to feel something? Eat a leaf off a tree like a brontosaurus, then you'll feel something. Tastes like a lugula. Got my book. I got some lychee gummies. Doesn't get much more refreshing than this, I'll tell you what. Oh, my pants are in the water. Refreshing. I'm currently reading The Will of the Many by James Islington. It's okay. It's kind of Red Rising-y. The main protagonist is kind of insufferable. Ugh. But I'm getting through it. Anyways, I've been thinking, this time of year, I start scheming. I start planning. There are lots of things I want to do. For example, I want to get outside more. I want to be outside when it's nice. I want to go on trips. I feel energetic. But one thing that I've noticed is that there's a lot of things I want to do, but I'm getting a little bit stumped in the how or the doing. I'll give you an example, and I just said it. I want to be outside more this summer. Outdoor activities, make sure I'm moving my body in the sun, you know? But that goal in and of itself is a little hard to quantify. For example, how long is long enough to be outside every day? Do I have to be outside every day that it's sunny? Is an hour enough? Is 30 minutes enough? And then I get a little stuck almost in a shame or anxiety spiral of, well, how will I know when I'm doing enough? I think I'll constantly just be fixating on it. Here's my solution. Instead of having this vague goal, we're going to make it concrete. Here's my example. Instead of just being outside more this summer, and this is going to sound weird, so stick with me, I want to have a tan by the end of the summer. Now listen, I'm not much of a tanner, as you can see. Not the type of person that's like, oh, my legs are too pale, I can't show my leg. No, sorry, that's stupid, sorry. And I also take sun protection very seriously. However, what would be concrete proof of me being outside more this summer? My skin kissed by the sun, maybe by the 4th of July. That seems like a good enough date. Another example, we have a yard at our house. We have garden beds, but I have never, ever taken part in any type of landscaping or gardening. Not like I don't like it, or not that I wouldn't. It's just that I've never learned, and it seems a little bit daunting. However, I want to start taking care of our yard more, and just having the goal of doing it feels, like I said, daunting and maybe a little bit shameful. Like, I don't know where to start. I'm such a failure. So here's how I'm twisting it. When we take walks through our neighborhood, you know what I smell? Lilac bushes. They smell so good. I love a good lilac. So I want to plant some lilac bushes in my yard. That's going to require me to learn about our soil, learn about taking care of them, where to get them. And in the process, I know for sure I'm going to learn more about taking care of our yard, and I'm probably going to get into it. So my goal is I'm going to plant some lilac bushes this summer. I think it might be too late to do it now. I might have to wait till the end of the summer, but I'm sure Reddit can help me with that. Anyways, I'm curious if you also get stuck in this kind of amorphous, anxious goal setting. And if you have anything that you want to get done this summer, maybe you can put that thing back, flip it, and reverse it, and come up with some sort of concrete idea. And if you have one, let me know down below. Drop it in the comments. I want to know what y'all are up to. And if you come up with one, or you already have one in mind, drop it down in the comments. I want to know what y'all are scheming. So close to homemade ginger ale and french fries that I think I should go get some homemade ginger ale and french fries. I mean, when in Rome, when in the ravine. my cousin's house, coloring with her kids, who I guess are also my cousins. And on the way home, there is a thrift store, and we'll have a look. You know we'll have a look. When I walked into my cousin's house this morning, she was like, "Are you wearing your own merch?" It's comfortable. Why wouldn't I be wearing it? That's the type of hater that's reserved for a beloved blood relative. Anyways, y'all know that I don't need anything at all from the thrift store, but it seems like we may have a diva down. There are all of these chunky black boots and all the same size. Freaking demonias. They might be too small. How tiny those look. And then these little cuties. Also, perfect orange vintage mini dress. Look at this old zipper. What? Vintage dresses almost never fit me. Like fitted ones. What if we like make it extra mini? Giving Mod Squad. It's giving Fembot Go-Go Dancer. And we all thought you couldn't find good stuff at Goodwill anymore. We're back. Didn't anticipate going thrifting today. Also didn't anticipate finding vintage treasure that actually fits me today. I'm a little tempted to hike up the skirt a bit on this, make it like an actual little micro mini or a romper. There's gotta be dress to romper conversion tutorials. And then thank you to whatever Depop gal who got rid of her entire chunky shoe collection in my size at the thrift store. These are the Demonia Shaker 100s. I think they're like $100 online. And one problem I have with knee-high boots oftentimes is that they're too wide. Like my legs, my little chicken legs kind of swim in them. But these are so tight on my abs. Whoa. And they're basically new. So cool. And then these little Sketcher lace ballet flats are really sweet too. I feel like these would look cool. Edged up a little bit, like with some charms added. Maybe some like black ribbon that you could tie up. When I first saw this, I was extremely tempted to use my new powder dyes on these little fabric panels, but they're a little too small to do anything like specific with, like paint an actual object on. It'd be more like I'd have to just tie-dye them or dye them a single color, which can't really think of a color that I would like them to be more than cream. You're safe for now. They are pretty dingy though. Wonder if I can throw them in the washing machine. $20, not bad. So on today's refresh docket, in refreshing our minds and refreshing our homes, I got 3 things I want to do specifically. 1, clean up and reorganize my entryway. 2, clean up and reorganize my entryway shelf. And 3, do some painting. So exciting. Riveting. And to do that, I think we need to make a refreshing bev. Do you need a refreshing bev? I know there's almost no chance that you're watching this video without a refreshing bev. I know y'all are bev hounds. Takes one to know one. So let me join you. Let me join your ranks. We'll make a drink for now. We'll make a drink for later. This. Oh! Refreshing, but kind of boring. In an effort to stimulate my taste buds and my mind by proxy, we're gonna do something nasty. Enter if you dare. Is it incredibly acidic? Yes. Probably bad for my teeth? Yes. But is it delicious? Also yes. Corn. This ain't it. If this is what people see when they walk into my home, they may worry about me. So, excuse me. You keeping them company? These are staying. These are staying. Trash. Trash. Like, why is there just a container of grains right here? Thrift. Gardening gloves for some reason. I mean, that's better. Maybe we try and go bladed before the end of this video. What do you say? Now this is a whole thing. This is where we keep all of our seasonal clothing items. Like for the winter, hats, gloves, scarves, kind of overflowing. I'd love to fit every hat, glove, and scarf into this bag, which you will notice is already full of hats, gloves, and scarves. Let's make some cuts. Okay. It's a cute scarf. I'm taking that. This I've had literally for like a decade. That, you can go. Someone else will love you. Cashmere blanket scarf, we keep you. Aw, wrist warmers. These are cute. Didn't even know I had these. Keep you. I think you can go. I think I got this from a roommate in college. It's pretty cute. I don't need it though. You can go. One of y'all made this for us. You can stay. Got this in Japan. You can stay. This is my summer hat. It's Velcro, so it can fit over my huge head. It's staying. Calcifer scarf, you can stay. Remember when we made him? My kitty cat bonnet that we had to get custom made to also fit my huge head. You can stay. Got it on Etsy. There's lots of sellers who make them if you want one. My favorite is gloves of all time. You can stay. Oh no, all my trash is blowing away. These can go. My princess dye scarf that I thrifted this winter. Staying, of course. Acne Studio scarf I got from 2nd Street in Japan. You're staying. Another hat from a lovely subscriber. You're staying. You can stay. So cute. I didn't wear it much this winter. That's a shame. I think this is legitimately a blanket, not a scarf. Maybe we move this to the blanket pile. The perfect bonfire blanket. And then some gloves so this can stay. Okay. Will it all fit in our little cloth bag? Ooh, I have an idea. To put scarves in this bag to put gloves and hats in, and I think we'll be good. Scarf. Actually, I think we can just put everything in here. Who needs you? Bye. Boom, baby. Well, it's a little big. It's giving sack. Will it fit? Yes. This actually brings us to our next task, swapping out our winter coats. So I want to put those away and then see what kind of spring jackets we have going on and see if we can get rid of any. Isn't this the cutest little door? I love that. It's extremely tiny though. And then we have a little coat tree over here. Excuse me, bike. That is just chock-a-block right now. Gus's coat we keep. Cashmere and wool driving coat we keep. Can't believe I thrifted this. Giant puffer that's basically a sleeping bag and is perfect for taking your dog out when it's 15 degrees. We keep. Got a bunch of purses on here. I didn't even know we're on here. Anything in here? A mask? Anything in here? Anything in here? We've got a naked coat rack to work with. Cool. Now what do we have in here? This is Gus's. Keep that. Look at this. Field Master. Lining. These toggles. Some in the pocket. Ew. Tissues. Also Gus's. Exact same color as his other coat. Also Gus's. Do I need this Eddie Bauer trench coat? I mean, it's a really good little rain jacket. It has a hood and everything. Yeah. Do I need this leather jacket? Yeah. Do I need this made in Japan Nordstrom wool trench that I half ice dyed? I actually think I want to keep all of these. Ooh, that fits nice. Who do I think I am not wearing these jackets every single day? Still plenty of room. And then the coat tree will stay open for guests. I think that seems fair. It is my own house. Hello, Bee. You should probably get back out of here. Yeah, thank you. I do know that we need to like reorganize this more ergonomically, but that can come at a future date. For now, we can simply act like it doesn't exist. This has always been a tough place for us to tackle. Best case scenario, things that go here. Keys, wallet, sunglasses. That's it. What is this? If you want to go on more walks, but you get bored on your walks, take Play-Doh with you. Y'all are getting a sneak peek of my new office setup. It's not done yet. It's not organized yet, but wow. The last thing we're gonna do to refresh ourselves is make some freaking art. Specifically, I wanna make some really expressive stuff, some very gestural figure sketches with some funky colors, with some funky poses. I'm not quite sure what medium I want to use yet. Got my wax pastels, pencil, fountain pen. I kind of want to do maybe some watercolor too. Sounds fun, right? Ow. I don't think I recorded any of this third one, but this feels much more expressive and loose and almost true to life than this one. It felt good to make, and that's all that really matters. At least that's what I'm looking for. And I think we've talked about this before. At least right now in my kind of creative journey, I'm really looking for a sensation or a feeling, not necessarily caring so much about the visual end product, but is it making me feel satisfied, I guess, or stimulated? Because we've also talked about this. I'm more looking for using art as a physical outlet and less of like a mental or creative outlet. Like it literally just feels good to do. Feels good to scratch on paper, see lines come out, see how they swoop together. And that's kind of what I'm chasing these days, the feeling. So let's do a new pose. That felt nice. Like swimming a couple laps. I really love this person's tiny little feet. I hope you had a relaxing and refreshing time with me this week. I know I did. I feel like I'm reaping all the benefit here. We worked on refreshing our spaces, refreshing our minds and our bodies. My butt is very sore from riding my bike yesterday. I just couldn't get enough. God forbid a girl enjoys the wind in her hair. All that said, I really appreciate you spending your time here. I hope you're feeling relaxed and maybe inspired to tackle something that you've been putting off. This isn't really the type of video I usually make. I'm usually thrifting or thrift flipping or DIYing or crafting. So if that sounds fun, feel free to stick around. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you don't mind giving this video a like, it lets YouTube know that this is kind of the coolest corner of the internet. I'm not biased. It's just true. Let me know what you're up to down below, what you're reading, what you're getting up to this season. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're staying home and getting cozy. And I will see you soon with another video. All right. I love you. You're stinky. Like really stinky in a good way. I'll see you soon. Bye.